want some cookies? Their cookies look better than my cookies, though.
I can't say no to cookies, therefore I hate them.
They closed the bagel shop on us. So.
Oh, yeah,
We brought some, we like getting beautiful.
Yeah. Right.
They closed.
Early. I wonder why. Well, I guess people get up early.
And we got to start getting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're doing también. Good job.
Entonces, we can have it all.
Yeah. Wow. Are you okay before you take notes? Are you okay before you take notes? Okay, all right. Yeah, no. Yeah. We have a little louder crowd because I think both downtown the cat's away, the mouse is away. So they're probably we have a little lower attendance this week. So, but
He's going to be able to see
he will be able to see it. Yeah, and then it'll be live. Yes. And then a lot of the people that are not technology. So either way, somehow they'll watch it and then it's saved so that way the company to watch it later. Yeah. Well, thank you for bringing the cookies. That was very sweet. Very nice. Ricos. How y'all doing? Thank you guys for. That's awesome. Thank y'all for. Hey, y'all. What's the deal with y'all sitting way back there? Sorry, I need the table. You don't need a table. Y'all will make y'all move. Y'all know that, right? Because John's videotaping, right? And the last thing he needs to show is a whole bunch of empty chairs, right?
Yep.
So Gloria, John, Lucia, like your eyes are something around your eyes. Yeah. Well, y'all can move the chairs back if you need to. Steph, the only one that has a pass will be Marcus, all right? Marcus, you're the only one that has a pass, all right? But only this time. All right, Gloria, don't be stubborn, Gloria. Don't be stubborn. Gloria's being stubborn. Oh my God. I didn't know you were that kind of person, Gloria.
She's like, you ain't telling me what to do.
Yeah, you ain't telling Gloria what to do. Well, I don't know what you say. Oh, again, thank y'all for spending your Friday here with us today. And you guys got a tree, y'all got cookies, and that's good, right? We're going to get started. I have a message I want to share with you guys today, but I want to make sure that before I share my message, that we have some guests here with us today, and they're going to here to teach us how to make our business simpler, all right? Because we all know that when we are helping clients, right? How many of y'all are in the life app before, right? And then it kind of gets stuck sometimes and muddled. And so what we want to make sure is that we can get through that process as fast as quickly, as efficient as possible, right? Because if a client does not get their requirements done, right, then it gets stuck and they don't have coverage and you don't get paid.
Yep.
And we don't want that.
Right?
And so they come and spend a little bit of their Friday here with us to kind of teach us their system and how they work, so that way they can better their program, all right? And so these are the Rico brothers, right? I love it. The Rico brothers. Rico Suave, right? Jose and Fernando, right? Did anybody tell you look like Willie Naranjo?
If he's good looking, yes.
He's rich. So
he just went over $1 million. You don't look like it, right? So anyway, I'm going to turn it over to them. For those of you that are viewing, you guys are in for a treat because they get a chance to help you guys. And I'm sure Carlos is going to be probably watching, maybe not live right now. He's in Cabo right now, so nice. I'm not real sure.
My dad shared a picture of Minnesota. It just freshly snowed, and he sent a picture back
on the beach. Yeah. So we got Minnesota and Cabo, right? So we got the deal of it, right? So hey, y'all give it up for the Rico brothers from Abs. Give it up.
Thank you. Wow. Well, Betty, thank you for setting this up. We're very, very happy to be here today. We're excited. It's Friday and all this energy, right? That's awesome. So my name is Jose Rico. I'm with ABS Paramedical Services. ABS is a national company. We do exams all over the country. But I'm the director for the Austin office. That gentleman right over there is Fernando. He's my little brother.
Wow.
My little big brother. But he's the director for the San Antonio office. Okay? And I'm sharing this with you because there's a little bit of history. I'm not going to bore you guys too much, though. We have another brother. Of course, we're Mexican, right?
Yeah.
We have brothers all over the place. But my other brother is the director for the El Paso office.
Oh, excellent. Good. So we got 5 officers.
That's a family, yes. Apps treating us like a family. The whole company is built with directors like ourselves that get to run our own business just like you do. You guys own your own business. That's the way we run it. That is why our office has been so successful for years. And El Paso brings me back to when I started. That's where we started in 1993. It's been 24 years.
Wow.
24 years now doing this. This is all we do, exams for life insurance. We have no excuses. I don't think I know how to do anything else other than doing exams for life insurance. All right, so basically I'm passionate of what I do, doing it for a long time, and my goal today, other than obviously introduce myself to you guys and tell you how happy I am to be in front of my clients, right? Isn't that cool? Yeah. So basically, so today, my goal or our goal is to tell you what really goes on behind the scenes when it comes to the life insurance exam, which is a big part of your business, guys. Whenever you sell life insurance, there's an exam that is required. That's what we do better than anybody else because we understand what your business is. As a matter of fact, now that David's not here, I'm going to talk about him. That's El Paso director. We left him back there. We came to the better place, right?
Yeah.
By the way, if I may, if Mr. Carlos Gonzalez is watching, you got a great group over here. We're having a great time here.
We got cookies. We got cookies.
Got some cookies.
Forget
But thank you for having us, Mr. Gonzalez. Appreciate it. All right. So basically, that is what our goal is. So to make sure that we do our job, so you can focus on being in front of your clients, right? Let's go to the next client because we know that exam is going to be taken care of in a timely manner. Right. Time is of the essence in our business. The faster you can do your exam, the more success that policy will go through and actually go in and get a policy issued, right? So there's going to be you're going to understand today why we are so fast, right? And we are going to play a couple of videos which they talk way better than I do, so that's going to be funner to watch the videos.
Yeah.
But the way our office works is that we basically when you guys order the exams, whether it's you call or the system, you guys are really, you have a great system at the corporate level. You don't even have to call. You just put it in the system, and then we get the order, right? Well, behind the scenes, we take the order in, and our staff calls. Okay, that's one of the reasons why we're better than everybody else, basically in the country. Not only locally do we have 17 plus now, more than 17 examiners just here in the Austin area to complete exams for you guys.
Nice.
Just here in the Austin area for you guys, pretty much 24/7, I can say. Saturdays, Sundays, before your client goes to work, during lunchtime, after they get home, sometimes it's late, right? We know how you guys work, and we know what your clients' needs are. So the way we do it is that once we get the order, our staff in-home, we call it in-home scheduling. So we will take the order in, our staff will call the client and ask the client when they're available. And they give him options. We have 3 offices here in Austin, South, Central, and North. In case they want to come into our office, they can. So we call them, give them those options. But we always try to go to their homes. Number one, it's better service, more comfortable, right? They're tired. They don't want to go drive to some clinic, right? So that's the first thing that we offer them. We go to their homes. We can go to their work if they allow them to, right? But we give them options. Well, I work all week, right? You've probably heard that, right, several times. Well, that's okay. We can go as soon as you get back in from work, or we can go before you go to work. Well, I have to be at work by 8 o'clock, right? We can be there at 7. It's a 30-minute exam, sometimes less, depending on what the requirements are. It's an average of 30 minutes. That's important for you guys to know. But we give them the options. Oh, no, it can't be during the week. Well, how about Saturday, or maybe even Sunday, right? So we give your client options so we can get them done faster, sooner than later. But the great thing is, once it's scheduled, then we assign it to our examiner, our field examiner, already scheduled. So that is the key. The key is that once our examiner gets a hold of your client's information, it's already scheduled. So it's when your client is available, not when the examiner wants to do it. So the protocol nationally is that once they get the order, they assign it immediately to the examiner, right? And then the examiner deals with your client. But what if that examiner doesn't want to work after hours? What if that examiner doesn't want to do weekends? It's going to take a couple of weeks for that exam to be done. We can't afford that. So that is the huge difference. Now, that is the easiest way to do it. You know, it's cost efficient, right? And it's simple. Get the order, send it to the examiner, you're done. That's why everybody does it like that. Fernando and I and David, we do it differently. That is the way we do it. We spend more money on staff, but we get better service. Therefore, we grow our business. That's a big difference.
May I interrupt?
Yes, Fernie.
You're on the roll, but no, I want to add to that. One of the reasons, and again, Jose started the business pretty much in El Paso in '93, and he's run a business that has been #1 in the country in turnaround time. Awesome. Okay, so Joe, I really think you know we're lucky to have Jose in the Austin territory. Jose has been here going on 5 years now here in Austin that we got this territory. So Jose's running it. So he's the one who implemented all this system, and again, it is more costly for us because we get to have more customer service representatives taking the calls and scheduling the appointment. Typically, they leave the examiners to schedule the appointments. Typically, but for us, if we give good customer service, we're going to get repeat business all the time.
That's right.
Right.
Right?
That's right.
So again, Jose has become the #1 in the nation in El Paso for many years. Here in Austin, so you have a little bit of history, it was owned by another regional director. His turnaround time was maybe in the middle of the pack, okay, out of 100 and change offices in the nation. Jose now, with 5 years being here, he's climbed up to the top 5 in the nation.
Wow, that's
Which-
awesome.
which-
That's awesome.
That's because my brother in El Paso,
El Paso is #1.
He's still #1. He's #3, so I'm number 3 in the nation.
In San Antonio.
The
So,
Rico
Killing it.
brothers,
so, you know, we're blessed to do business with Primerica. By the way, I'm a client.
Woo! Yeah!
And we do 95% of the business in San Antonio.
Awesome.
The RVPs call me and you know say, hey, thanks for getting this done so quick.
That's
You know,
right.
and again, it's all about customer service. So I just want to point that down. He's a little shy to say he's #1 in the nation or whatever. But I think we're lucky to have him and providing the customer service that you all deserve.
That's
You
awesome.
know? And this is all we do. All we do is insurance exams. We don't do drug testings or wellness or, you know, this is our focus, and there's no reason why we shouldn't be the best.
That's right.
Okay,
That's awesome.
so
That's awesome.
Joe, you can.
Thank you for
Woo!
the
I'll be one towards the back, so we're gonna play a video here in just a little bit. You give me the cue, Joe.
Yeah, well, thank you, Fernie.
Sure.
I mean, it's like I said
Y'all
at the
actually
beginning.
look like you like each other.
Yeah, he's all right.
It's funny. It's funny, but we do like each other.
That's
a lot.
awesome.
We spend a lot of time together.
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
best friends, really.
That's
We
awesome.
do this with a passion, and
Yeah.
we love what we do. So imagine to be able to hang out with your brothers. I guess that's how we were raised. My
Yeah.
mom, la unión hace la fuerza. Right? That's really what my mom taught us.
Yeah.
So we've always grown up together and done things together. And when you run a successful business, it's even funner.
Exactly.
But it's because of the passion.
Yeah.
And every one of you guys, have a responsibility. Here I am, right? But I have stories, and I'll run through it because I don't want to take a lot of your time. But you have a really great and awesome responsibility, and that's to educate your clients and get them covered.
Yeah.
To me, you're not salespeople.
Right.
You protect people. That's really important. My dad died. This is my story. Our dad died when I was 9 years old. Fernando was
Wow.
5 years old,
Wow.
and we were five. My mom was a school teacher.
Wow.
Graduated in UTEP and became a school teacher. 5 guys. Well, 4 guys and a girl. And that girl is worse than the guys. But by the way, she also works for apps.
Yeah.
She's our CPA.
Yeah.
She's the one that does all our books.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's the story I wanted to share with the personal. You know, I feel very, very comfortable here with you guys, and that's my personal story. When my dad died, being of Mexican heritage, right? Can you believe he had life insurance?
Wow.
He had life insurance.
That's great.
And that's why my mom was able to keep us afloat.
Wow.
You know, that's why my mom didn't have to have the little that we had.
Yeah.
She didn't have to sell it, or she didn't have to marry anybody.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So the reality is that life insurance saved our family.
That's
Then
right.
maybe my mom had to work 2 jobs. How many of you guys work 2 jobs now?
Yeah.
Or how many in this country works 2 or 3 jobs?
Right.
You guys have that power to be able to make other people's lives better. You know, because I know one thing is the family and all the, you know, the sentimental part when somebody
Right.
dies,
Yes.
right? But the other part is the financial.
Right.
And we all know it's important.
That's
I don't
right.
care if people say it's not, it's important to keep a family together and to follow their dreams,
Right.
right? Imagine they can pay their mortgage,
Right.
you know? So you guys really have a beautiful job. Just, you have to keep working hard and love what you do it with passion, do it with a purpose, right? That's what we do. We do this because that's all we know how to do, number one. And number two is that we love what we do, and that, I think that's why we've grown our business so much. Okay, one last little thing that is very important that you guys should know, the way we run our business with our examiners, because it's not just me, it's not me at all actually, it's not me at all, it's the team. It's basically my examiners, all our examiners and our staff, they bought into what we do. And one of the things that they had to commit before they signed to come work for us is, there's 4 acceptations, but I'm just gonna go through one, right? That is one of the most important ones is the no-shows. Guys, no-shows is part of our business.
Yes.
That's the reality. But we do not no-show your clients.
Right.
They can no-show us. Our examiners are okay with that because it happens, but they know since day one. What does it mean? When our clients are gonna go to your client's home, they will call them the day before, not to confirm, to give them a courtesy call,
Yes.
and to let them know that they will be there. But guess how many people answer that call? Because they don't recognize the number, right?
Right.
So most clients don't answer, or they didn't charge their phone, they're taking a shower, whatever it is.
Right.
Our examiners, if they don't answer, they still go.
Yeah.
And that's the commitment that we all have as a family, as an apps family.
Right.
So that's one of the other reasons why we are, you know, growing. I mean, every time that we grow, it's because we're proving that we're better than a competitor. That's really the reality, right? You're proving yourself,
Right.
right? So we're gonna talk really quick. Should we do the other reason why we are really great has a lot to do with home office, with apps, and the connection that we have with Primerica at the home office level. They are really partners up there, and we're lucky, right? Because we get to do business with you guys.
Right.
But we're gonna start with a smart pyramid. Will that be okay?
Actually, yeah, I
Go ahead and
try to
skip
keep
the how to prepare. So this video is another reason why we're so fast. Other than everything that we told you, how we schedule and how we have availability for you guys, it's the technology that also helps a lot. So I made my brother do a little bit of technology switch, because that's how to prepare the client for the exam. But we're gonna try to go to the smart pyramid. Let me talk a little bit. There's some pamphlets out there, or little
Flyers.
yeah, I think you guys got them.
Yeah.
These here is actually what we're gonna be talking about, the smart pyramids and what it does for you guys. And there it is. So I'll let him explain that, because he does it way better than I do. So there we go. Maybe
The
maybe
lights
Yeah.
we'll turn off lights. Ready?
go straight, or I can move it. Yeah.
Right back here.
You ready, Joe?
We're ready, Ferdy.
All right.
Okay. Thank you. A good one.
Yeah, that'll work.
Put a little louder.
A lot louder.
John, a lot louder.
Hey, I got screaming kids. I can't hear
That's
them.
that's a fun video, I think. Not too loud, Ferdy.
Right here, babe.
People ready to take the lead. It was just a matter of time. That time is now. Welcome to the new aerospace. Welcome to apps.
That's a real exam.
Wow.
So then I'm going to decline.
Got it.
No way.
Your client's experience with our team is our first priority. With Smart Pyramid, our examiners have taken the traditional paper process into the 21st century. When they meet with your client, Smart Pyramid gives our examiners access to a secure website where they are able to enter the client's information electronically. This unique system automatically prompts the examiner and then provides follow-up questions to ensure that pertinent information is collected. It even alerts the examiner when a question is unanswered to ensure that the form is completed accurately and fully. Additionally, Smart Pyramid asks for specifics on impairments and utilizes an online database to help gather physicians' addresses and phone numbers. This detailed medical history up front eliminates Part 2 amendments for additional information and their associated delivery requirements, and the typed responses create underwriting efficiencies that reduce the overall cycle time. Once completed, the form is immediately sent electronically to your home office, where the carrier can start work on it. With a click of a button, your paramedical exam is complete, accurate, and ultimately where it needs to be. By utilizing today's technology, we are able to dramatically reduce case touches, significantly shorten cycle times, and eliminate millions of pages of paper. What that means for you is the ability to place more business and get paid faster than ever before. Smart Pyramid fits within your existing workflow. You'll continue to do business the same as before, yet your paramedical exams will be done faster and more accurately. To learn more about Smart Pyramid and how you can incorporate it into your business, visit us at appslive.com or contact one of our local APPS paramedical offices in your area.
All right. What do you think, guys? Any questions on that? Any? Okay, so
So is that automatic that everybody has that?
absolutely. This is nothing new you have to do or an additional step or anything like that. It's automatic. This, not only the turnaround time that we have to schedule the appointments and get them done sometimes the same day, next day, or not only the availability, the technology. This is where we separate ourselves from the competition, really. This is a one-step process, okay? So whenever we schedule the appointment to complete the specimens, get the blood draws and collections, every single one of our examiners is equipped with a tablet. And it's a secure website where they come into a Primerica website and they complete the medical questionnaire right then and there, along with the specimens. So what happens, everything's pretty much done at that one visit. Before the examiner gets into their car, once your client has signed the medical questionnaire and the examiner has signed the questionnaire, before the examiner gets into his car, the underwriter, Primerica's underwriter, has this information. All they're waiting for is the specimen to get to the laboratory and release the results. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
On the other hand, have you heard of telemeds or teleapps?
Yeah.
Where your client has to call, or you have to, or they'll call your client,
Right.
and probably get a hold of them soon.
Fill
or-
underwriting in.
I've heard a lot in the San Antonio area from my RVPs that this has been a blessing because a lot of their cases fall through because the clients are never able to complete the telemed
Right.
or the teleapp. Does that make sense? Have you
Yes.
heard of that?
Yes.
Well, you don't have that issue anymore because we're completing that process at that one step. Does that make sense? So everything's completed in one shot.
That's awesome.
They don't have to call, or there is one step we have to do in case we have some technology sometimes fails, correct?
Right.
So when that happens, there's a phone number where sitting in the exam, once we complete the blood and the urine and all that good stuff, If the computer fails, which we have about 95% completion rate, so 5% of the times it'll fail, which is not often at all. Whenever that happens, there's a number that we ask the client, when we're sitting there with them before we leave, or the examiner leaves, it'll say, okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and call, since the computer, you know, is not working, or internet mainly, we'll ask them for their phone number and dial an ARO number, which is the calling center. We dial from there, they answer, we tell them, hi, this is Fernando, I'm here with Mr. Gonzalez, completing the exam, and he wants to complete the medical questionnaire. We pass it to him, he completes it, and we're done.
That's great.
Nice.
That's
Is that awesome?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
So,
good.
so again, technology is huge in our business, and again, yes,
So to expand on the tele app,
how I,
this is the portion of our app where there's additional questions that are required after it's been submitted.
Yes.
So that will come from home office and say, hey, now that you've been assigned at apps, can you please do a telemed to confirm XYZ?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Okay,
This
so
is-
that's why I'm.
This is just teller underwriting. So every time you do an application, teller underwriting is gonna call your client to confirm the questions asked. So it's not additional questions, it's
Okay.
just the questions you asked.
Right, that's
Every-
telemed.
Yes.
So they're doing it,
Okay.
so app's doing that at one shot. So now
Instead
they're
of
not,
like-
so right now, what it is they'll have to do the call
Ah.
and they have to do the questions with apps. So now
Okay.
they're saying it's only be a one-step
Okay,
shot.
Right.
cool.
Yeah.
Now, I understand, not all of the exams we complete require this step.
Right,
Not all of them, a lot of
right.
them it's just blood and urine.
Right.
But a lot of them do require this questionnaire, the
Okay.
underwriting. So whenever that's required, that's when this takes place.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
And I have another question.
Yes.
So, let's back it up to the prior step. You're sitting at, and this is something I mentioned to you about what I chose to use exam one.
Okay.
So I came to the part of the app
Mm-hmm.
and it said, this company or that company.
Okay.
I was like, well, I've heard of this company, so I'll just click
Okay.
that.
Sure.
And it allows you to select a time.
Yes.
So
To
my
schedule the
client
appointment?
selected, right, and
Yes.
so he talked about, once you select our company, we call right away.
Yes.
Is that also an
It's
option?
It's absolutely, and that's
Okay.
called kitchen table scheduling.
Okay,
So whenever you're sitting with your client, trying to schedule the appointment, you have the ability to schedule it on that system. You'll see the available times, or, you know.
similar to that of the other
Yeah,
company.
yeah, in that
But
case.
your service is that you keep following up with phone calls.
Absolutely,
You have the extra technology.
absolutely.
You guys are just better.
Did you wanna-
If I,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, if I may interrupt, that's actually a very good point or question, okay? If you guys, for some reason, are not able to schedule it right there and then with your client, please rest assured that we will be on top of it. We will call them, that's how we're set up to do it. So it's,
A lot
if
of
you-
times that we have set up with the other company, and we did it electronically at the kitchen table, they never showed up to that.
Okay,
Because, so we stopped scheduling it.
Oh, wow.
okay,
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I-
Because
yes.
we would set up with the client, we had the time, and then they'd be waiting, they never had, so we figured there was like a glitch in the system, so we just kind of stopped doing it. And, you know,
Ours is a true kitchen table scheduling.
yeah.
So we will get it, when we get the case, if you do go through that process and schedule it, it'll come already scheduled, and we have to abide by that appointment.
what we have done in the past, just for logistical reasons, is that we may just switch the examiner, right? Because maybe that examiner is actually closer, or maybe that examiner is got more time to make it on time, or
Yeah.
you know. So just for logistical reasons, we may change the examiner,
Yeah,
but we will show up.
good.
Yeah, we will move the appointment date though.
Yeah. And the reason
That's
why
right.
we're successful, and that's really why a lot of the offices, or other, I don't wanna,
Right.
yeah, I don't wanna, you know,
Other
Yeah.
preferred vendors.
other vendors, they're not set up that way. They're set
Right.
up the way that everybody else is set up, where they give it to the examiner for the examiner to schedule it, remember?
Right,
So if they do that, that means that they don't have the availability that they wish they had from the examiner.
I
right.
see.
The way we do it is, remember, we schedule it anyway, so we're already set up for the examiners to be available. In our system, we have calendars. And when our examiner is in green, that means they're available, but they're used to, they're set up that way. So whenever we assign from our office an exam to them, they have to show up. You know what? So we are already set up that way. You have to be set up that way in order for the schedule for real. That's what we call it in our industry. But you call it kitchen scheduling. That's why it does work with us, because we're set up that way.
Yeah.
Sounds like
make
your
sense?
examiners have more flexibility to move around.
Yes. Our examiners really love what working for us. This is why. Well, most of them really don't know how the other company works, because we get them and we basically tell them how it's done the way we know it should be done.
Right.
Right? So that we teach them how to do it. We train them how to do it our way, which is the way that is favorable for our clients, right?
Yeah.
That's the reality. But we have had, when I came here 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago, I inherited some Exam 1 examiners and some
Right.
other examiners. We inherited them. So I talked to every one of them, and when I told them that I would schedule for them, some just didn't get on the ship and said, no, what do you mean? You're not gonna tell me when to go. I schedule my own appointments and I don't work Saturdays. Okay.
Oh.
This is how we do it.
Yeah.
But then the ones that did stay just absolutely love it, because guess what we did for them?
More
We-
business.
We get them more business,
Yeah.
and they don't work as hard, because now they don't have to do all the logistics. They don't have to do the calls. That's hard work. To do the logistics and all that, that's a lot of work, right? Now the examiners that we have, they have time to do exams, not time to sit down and try to schedule. Isn't that cool? They don't have to do extra work anymore. They just go do the exam, send it out, and that's why they're quicker. Have you ever experienced that the exam is done, but you don't get it until I don't know when?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the examiner's tied up with either scheduling, or trying to close their exam, or doing maybe a flu shot, or doing something else. Our examiners only do exams for life insurance,
Right.
and they specialize in doing the exam,
Yeah.
not doing office work.
Secretary work.
They get the exactly. They get the exam done, they send it to us, and then they go to their next exam. So that is why we decided to invest more in our business to get better service. And it was the right reason.
Yeah.
Sorry, Fernie. You want to play the?
Yes, let me play it.
Yeah, we're taking
He's ready for
a lot of your
part
time. I tried to stay back there, but I have to. So this is what happens when we show up to your client's home. It's got to prepare for the exam.
Hello, and thank you for using APPS Paramedical Services. As part of your application for insurance, a brief exam is required by your insurance company. This short video is designed to help you be better prepared for your exam. Your exam will be performed by an experienced medical professional. Your exam can be performed at your home, your office, or any other appropriate place, and should take about 30 to 45 minutes to complete.
We recommend a couple of things to get you prepared for your examination. The first thing you'll want to remember is to fast before your exam, unless you have a medical condition that prohibits fasting. Please check with your doctor if you are unsure. You may drink water, but try not to eat for a minimum of 4 to 6 hours before your exam, unless otherwise instructed by your insurance company. Remember, always follow your doctor's instructions for eating or taking any medications. Please do not exercise for at least 12 hours before your exam, as exercise may affect several lab tests.
A couple of other things you want to avoid are tobacco, caffeine, alcohol, and nasal decongestants. Tobacco and caffeine should not be consumed for at least 2 hours prior to your exam, and alcohol and nasal decongestants should not be consumed. So make sure to refresh your memory about any of these visits, including any names, phone numbers, addresses of any physicians or facilities, reasons for visits, time periods, diagnosis, treatment, and any medications prescribed. The nurse will take your height and weight measurements, as well as your heart rate and blood pressure. A urine specimen is almost always required. Make sure to drink plenty of water starting about an hour prior to the exam. If your insurance company needs a blood specimen, it'll only be a small amount. And to ensure your safety, we only use sterile, disposable supplies. The specimen will be sent directly to the laboratory designated by your insurance company. And to ensure your privacy, only they and the insurance company will have access to the results.
If you have any other questions, please visit us on the web, and thank you for using APPS Paramedical Services.
Thank you. So that pretty much is the last video that we show you guys tonight. But was that helpful?
Yes. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Well, wouldn't it be nice for your I love questions? Yes.
So that things that they mentioned is set on the brochure.
Yes. Well, actually, thank you for mentioning that. Wouldn't it be nice for your clients to have this video automatically?
No.
Yeah. Well, if you, when you order the exam, when you put your information in there, if you put your client's email address on there, this will automatically be sent out to your client. Okay, there's other ways also. If you look at our website, appslive.com, it's also on the little notepads, and also it's all over the place. If you go to that website, you don't need username or passwords to go in there and click agents and underwriters, and that's where these videos are. So you can play while you're maybe talking to them, or while you're doing the application, you can play that video for them.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? Is it on our POL, this video?
No.
Only if you put your client's email address on
Okay.
there, then the system will detect it and send the
Okay.
video.
Okay.
But you can also show it live with them. Like if you go even on your phone,
Sure.
if you go to the appslive.com, which is, if I may, let me just borrow this one real quick. If you guys grab one of these, the Apps Live is right on there. Yeah, it's right on there on the top. All right. So you can just go appslive.com, just hit menu and agents and underwriters, and then you can hit the how to prepare video.
Okay.
And then they can see it right there. But there's also more good news. You can actually go there and you can print it. You can print the brochure. And that's really nice because it comes in 7 different languages, including Spanish. Okay? Yeah, exactly. And you can, by the way, we have bilingual examiners. We have bilingual examiners, so I think that's also very important.
Yes.
Do you request
you have a
that,
Korean one?
while you're
How about the
scheduling
Koreans?
it, or how do you request, Spanish, somebody?
Yes, when you schedule it, yeah, that's very important. Make sure you let us know. If your client doesn't speak English, let us know. Please send a Spanish-speaking examiner, right? That's a good question. Yes, sir.
Okay, in terms of scheduling, we have a teammate that lives out in the country, and with the other provider, we actually had a number of issues getting people out there. They kind of forced them to go. So speaking like in the area of Liberty Hill, which is about an hour from here, it doesn't matter.
It's a piece of cake for us.
Which, yeah, sure.
Literally, well, I live in Cedar Park, so we're neighbors.
Okay, good. Because with the other guys, like they asked the client to come in.
Look,
Let it go, Mike.
Let it go.
That's right. We let Jim go. No.
That is very, very, very common. That remember, we have to cater to our clients, right? But what if he works in the oil fields, right? We've had that with Primerica.
Yeah.
Where we've done an exam at 10 p.m. in what was that town? Giddings.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it's a little bit further than the Liberty Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we had to do it at 10 p.m.
Wow.
Now we don't do exams at 8 p.m. every day. I mean 10 p.m. every day. But when it's required, we talk to our examiners and they understand. You know, we talk to them and prepare them. Maybe give them 3, 4, 5 days ahead of time, just to kind of rest a little bit or whatever it has to be. There's really no big deal for us. One of the other expectations we have for another one is willing to drive and willing to travel. So before they sign on the dotted line with apps, they know already they have to drive and be used to the traffic and go from one to the next. So our examiners are prepared just before they even start with us. Okay? So that's a very, very, very good question that you have for us. If you have a client that needs to be seen at work, we've done exams on semi-trucks, an I-10. Wow. And an EKG included.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. But you know why? It sounds maybe like awkward,
And
maybe.
also did a treadmill?
We used to do treadmills before, but not on a semi. They don't require those anymore, thankfully, because it was
He
hard
was
to
driving
schedule.
too, right?
Huh? What is that?
No, he was driving.
Was he no? No, but in El Paso we have I-10, and there's a bunch of truck drivers. You didn't get it. If you don't get them when they're passing by, you won't see them in 2 weeks or maybe ever, right? So we've done that. Our EKGs are portable. Every one of our examiners has an EKG with them. Okay, so we're all skilled and trained to do every exam. That is why we're able to cover everything, because everybody has the equipment, everybody has the skill to do it wherever they're at. So we've done some crazy exams out there, really, and we only do it with the consent of the client.
Yeah.
We're obviously not gonna go do an exam in the truck if the client's gonna be all weird about it, right? Don't record that, okay?
Yeah.
But the reality is that we
Yeah,
we do what it takes. One day I went to Franklin. You guys know where Franklin is?
Yes.
Okay, it's about 2.5 hours from here. And I personally went over to do an exam out there. Okay, and there's a little zoo, I guess, where you drive in your car. And it's really nice actually. You pay $10 and you go and drive, and there's the white buffaloes, and chasing you because you're gonna see them, right? So I took a picture. Remember that one, Fred? So I took a picture with a buffalo's head right next to my window.
Oh my gosh.
Like that is like what we do for these exams. So that's really, we take a lot of pride in that.
You were not doing the exam for the buffalo, right?
What is that?
It was not the buffalo, you were doing an exam?
No, I was not the buffalo. That was actually burning time. So I just went in because I had to wait. Yeah. I had scheduled 2 exams up there because it was so far. I just did one and just burned like 4 hours for the next one, to do. So I had like 4 hours to, what am I gonna do in Franklin? It's like a little town. So I found that to do, and I took a picture. They thought I was lost. And that was kind of like special. It's like I'm lost and something's chasing me kind of deal. It was fun. Yeah. So yeah, basically it's really fun, what we do. And
so on average, how many exams do you have to do a day?
That's good. Nice questions. What are we doing right now, Fernando?
I'm sorry.
How many exams are we doing in Austin? We're probably doing 60 a day.
A day?
Something like that. 60. We want to do more though. We can do more. But like on weekends, we do more. We hit 80.
Wow.
Yeah. Just Saturdays.
Saturdays and Sundays.
Because that's when people has the availability. So yeah. Okay. Excellent.
Do you have another brother in the valley?
Not in the valley.
Yeah.
Not in the valley.
She's a good friend of ours, though.
Yeah.
We have Elena Bartimus out there. She covers the McAllen area and the valley.
Yeah, we have a lot of RVPs out there.
Yeah, they're really good.
Fernando does cover Ovalde in Del Rio.
Yes.
It's part of San Antonio.
Yes.
Yeah. I cover all the way to San Marcos, and then Fernando covers, from there on. So Fernando and I are neighbors all the way to El Paso.
Crystal City?
Crystal City, yeah, we cover Crystal City. And Carrizo.
How far north do you go?
North we go to before Waco. The little town before Waco is Temple. So Temple is already Dallas.
Okay.
And Killeen is already Dallas.
Wow.
But it's like we go like this, the line is gone. So we've gone.
We go by county lines.
It's county lines. So yeah, Cameron and we cover Bryan, but we don't cover College Station. That's Houston.
Are you serious?
Yes, that's how it is. Franklin is right over there between Dallas and Houston almost, and we have to cover it. And that's another thing. If you have a client anywhere in the United States, and you're using apps, and they don't want to do it, let me know. I'll make sure it's done. Because that's our compromise with the industry. We are supposed to cover every zip code of the United States. So guys, if you're having trouble with an exam, let us know, or let your RVP know, and we'll take care of it because we're supposed to cover every quarter. Now, logistically speaking, maybe we won't do the next day or 3 days, but we'll get it done within a reasonable time, within probably a week. And if it's really out and we have to, because when an examiner goes out far, he has to lose work in the city just to go do that. Of course, we pay them, mileage and bonuses and pay their meal, whatever we have to do to get it done. Right. But it's really on us to motivate that examiner.
Right.
But if it's somebody that is not in our territory, our hands are a little bit tight. But we can also call our counterpart, the director of that city, like Dallas. I can call Mike Stefanik, he's the director out there, and I can say, hey Mike, this is a really good client of mine. Please take care of it. So we can help you guys.
Yeah.
We can help you guys.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very good. Awesome. Thank you.
I want to thank you very much for your time.
Awesome.
I hope I didn't bore you guys so much. And thank you for having us. And I look forward to growing the business together with you guys and be with you guys for many years to come.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah, she's running.
All right, y'all want any more cookies? Y'all good? Y'all good?
Oh, yeah.
Thank y'all so much. That was, man, I don't know. That was very, very informative, and that's one thing that, as a client, as a agent, we want to make sure that our clients are well taught. Plenty of little pieces of paper. Y'all need a pen and a paper. Y'all gonna take some notes. You're gonna do some writing down today. Let me bring this out because I don't need this.
That's you, Mary.
That is me, I know, it's a child, I'm sure. Oh, she sees my college daughter. Go ahead.
Right
You'll
here.
have to wait. Yeah, wherever you can see it. Wherever.
As long as you're right here. I
I'm
wasn't
good
sure
right
if you
there.
stopped to
Yeah,
grab
no,
your
I just want
phone.
to make sure I'm wherever you need me to, and.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is that cool?
Yeah, that
Okay.
works.
All right. So you guys got something to write on?
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. All right. Before we get started, I want you to write down what you want to accomplish in Primerica in the next 5 years. What is it you want to accomplish? You don't have to share with anybody. You can go as crazy, as wild as you want. It doesn't really matter. But what do you want to accomplish in Primerica?
For example?
Whatever you want to accomplish in Primerica in the next 5 years. For example, I want to have ownership. I want to have $300,000 in the next 5 years. I want to be a regional vice president, make $100,000 a year. I want to get my district leader promotion in the next 5 years. I want to pass my test in the next 5 years. I don't know. I'm not sure how ambitious. I want to be $1 million earner in the next 5 years. I want to have a team of 1,000 people in the next, whatever it is, write it down. And the reason I'm making you do this is because I really believe that a lot of times you don't write it down. You don't write it down and you don't look at it. All right? Nobody's going to look at it. This is only for your eyes only. Again, you can go as crazy as you want. But please don't write something just because you think you're supposed to write it. Really write down something that you really want to accomplish in the next 5 years. What do you want to don't write something that you think that everybody should write. Write something that you think that you want in the next 5 years. If heaven forbid the dear Lord took you, right, in those 5 years, could you say, at least I did what I wrote down? Y'all got that? You write that down. Okay? After you finish writing that down, I want you to write down, what are you willing, let me take it back. What are you not willing to give up? So we could write down all the things you wouldn't mind sacrificing, but what are you willing not to give up? Maybe I'm not going to give up going to church on Sunday. Maybe I'm not going to give up date night with my wife on whatever. I'm not going to give up my Saturdays. I'm not going to, and maybe for some of you it's nothing. Maybe you're like, man, I'll go for broke. What are you not willing to give up? Maybe I'm not going to give up my job. Maybe I'm not going to give up whatever. Whatever. Going to my kids' soccer games. I know some of y'all are still writing. All right, now you got that, right? What you want to accomplish? We're going to talk today about 5 years. We're going to go from today, 5 years. Y'all with me?
Yes.
All right, we're not going to talk about today next month. We're not going to talk about today in about 30 days or 90 days. We're going to talk about today and 5, did I say 5 months? I'm sorry, I meant 5 years. I caught that after all. Yeah, 5 years. Today to 5 years. Because we're going to pretend that that's all the time you got. Y'all remember Cinderella, right? She could go to the ball and dance until
Midnight.
And what happened at midnight?
Oh.
Boom! Right? She went back to her raggedy clothes. Her, carriage became a pumpkin. Right? Her coachmen became little rats. Right? And her silver slippers, right, were no longer, except for that one, right? So we're going to just assume that in 5 years, your time clock in Primerica is going to check out. Because if you don't give yourself a deadline, you'll never accomplish your goal.
Right.
You'll just keep going on, keep going on, keep going on. Let me tell you what that's called. That's called a sense of urgency.
Yep.
If somebody were to tell you, if you were to go to the doctor today and they said, Mary, if you don't lose 50 pounds, you will die in 2 days or 2 weeks or 2 years, what do you think I'm going to want to do?
Lose 50 pounds.
Because I don't want to die in 2 years. Right? There has to be a sense of urgency. And I think that a lot of you guys maybe been here for a while, maybe whatever, and you have no sense of urgency. You just figure, man, you know what, I got all the time in the world, and either you don't write down your goals, or you don't know what you're willing to give up, or not give up, and you also don't have a time factor. Y'all got me? But you got it down? You wrote it down?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to talk 5 years, okay? I don't know how many of y'all have ever read this book. I read this book, probably 15 years ago. I just reordered it again because I need to reread it. All right, actually, I don't even know where my old copy is. It's probably there somewhere. But I'm notorious for having 10 copies of the same book. You can ask my husband. You know what I'm saying? I always buy 2 of everything. You know what I'm saying? Just in case. One to write on, one to keep a clean copy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all ever listened to or read Jim Rohn. Just an unbelievable businessman, incredible motivator, incredible leader, right? And I'm going to preface and kind of go through a little bit about what I learned in this a long time ago, but we're going to Primerica-ize it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to talk about how 5 years you'll be successful. Okay? I don't know what age, you can even write down what age you'll be at in 5 years, right?
What's the title of the book?
It's called The 5 Major Pieces to the Life Puzzle. Okay, I'm going to go through those 5 pieces. But I'm just not going to tell you the 5 pieces. We're going to put Primerica things into it. Okay? All right. You good?
Yes.
Okay, you got your goals?
Yes.
Don't put them away. Don't put them away. You got to keep them close to you. All right, because you got to know what you're going for. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Without a vision, people what?
Perish.
Without that vision, you'll have no idea where you're going.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
But you also got to know, we talked a lot about this on Tuesday, right? What are all the things that are going to come after you, right? Now what we're going to do, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go through these 5 pieces to the life puzzle. And the first thing we're going to talk about, that it talks about in the book, the first piece of this life puzzle is the philosophy. The law. Did I spell that right?
I can't help you out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, P-Y, sorry.
I want to help.
Yeah, philosophy. We're going to talk philosophy in Primerica, okay? I think our system is a little flawed. I'm not sure all of Primerica's system flawed, but our office's system's a little flawed. Let me tell you why. Right? Our office for the last 28 years, if you ever ask anybody in Primerica, what are the tornadoes known for? What do you think it is? Recruiting. We've always been recruiters. But in the problem of the last 6-7 years, I think we have forgotten our philosophy. And I want to change that a little bit. Because right now, really honestly, in Primerica, man, whoever wrote up this one. Ooh, doggy. All right. Right now in Primerica, there's 2 philosophies. There's a sales philosophy, and there's a recruiting philosophy. Okay? Now, if you're a smart Primerican, which side do you think you should go?
Recruiting.
All of y'all will say that, right? I'll say, well, what would you rather have, sales or recruiting? What are y'all going to do?
Recruit.
Recruit.
Or what do we do?
Right? But what your actions show me is you sell.
Right.
Right? I didn't know that these guys were going to come in, and it was kind of funny because they're talking about sales, right?
Yeah.
And so we're going to really have to change gears here a little bit. Okay? But we know that we should recruit, but we are spending our time getting sales because this is what we do, right? I hired Jerome. I'm sorry. Yes, Jerome. For some reason I thought you were going to say Ben. But anyway, Jerome. Your Rusty brothers are going to confuse me, right? I hired Jerome, right? And I'm going to go take him, and I might even hire him 2 or 3 people, right? His first 30 days, right? I may hire him 2 or 3 people. Because that's what you're supposed to do, right? I'm a recruiter. I'm going to hire him 2 or 3 people. And then, where are we putting him? Class. And what is he going to get in the class? He's going to get a license. To do what?
Sales.
To sell insurance. Bam! And that's where we lose him, right there. Bam! He's got a license. Whoa! I'm licensed. Are you licensed to recruit? Or are you licensed to sell insurance? And that's where they stop. That's where they stop. That's where you stop. Wait then why are you a licensed agent in Primerica? Why is the only thing about you is that you're licensed? Right? What if we eliminated that? Now, not that we can eliminate the license, because it is important to get the license, right? But isn't it better if you had a license with 40 people on your team?
Absolutely.
Right? What was your first name? I'm sorry? Leo. What if I just said Leo? Trust me on this. We're not going to worry about the next 30 days. We're not even going to worry about the next 90 days. We're going to worry about the 5 goals. You okay? You okay with that? Okay? Now let's just say Stephanie says, Mary, I'm worried about now. I need to make money now. Right? Someone needs to eat. Right? So Stephanie's going to go on the sales side. She got her license, right? That's all she focused on, is getting her license. I am licensed. I am licensed in life insurance. I am licensed in securities. I am licensed to sell. And what did I tell you, Lou? I'm not going to put you in class until you have 40 people on your team. Leo's going, now, until you have 40 people on your team, will I put you in class? Now, you can determine how fast that is or how slow that is. So you can go hire 40 people in 30 days, 60 days, or you can hire 40 people in 5 years. You decide that. But we're not going to put you in class. We're not going to focus you on getting licensed until you get 40 people. Now, Stephanie, how many people is Stephanie going to have, really? Maybe 2 or 3. You know why? Because maybe the first 30 days we hired 2 or 3 people. But let's say Leo, we're going to make him a recruiter. And he's going to hire 40. Even if it took him 6 months to have 40. Even if it took him 6 months to get 40. What do you think is going to happen with once Stephanie gets her license? Do you think these 2 are going to be around?
No.
No, they're gone. Why are they gone? Because it's the average of large numbers. Yes or no?
Yes.
When you hire 10, how many stick around?
3. 1 or 2.
1 or 2. When you hire 2 or 3, how many stick around?
0.
Look around. Some of y'all have hired 2 or 3, and they're not here.
Mm-hmm.
They may be licensed. Yes?
Right.
Yes.
Right? I could wager that you have at least 10 licenses on your team. Yes? Micah, I could wager you that you have at least 20 people licensed on your team. Right? I've got about 30 people licensed on my team. Where are they? You know why they're not here? You know why they're not here?
Because they don't have
Because
a
they
team.
think they need to sell. They're waiting for the sale. I had one of my clients come in and she goes, I'm having a hard time selling to people that have group insurance.
Oof.
Sell. Sell. I'm having a hard time selling whole life insurance. I mean, selling against whole life. Selling against whole life insurance.
You meant unsell.
Unsell, yeah. I'm having a hard time selling investments. I'm having a hard time closing a sale. I don't know how to close. Carlos, can you teach me how to close? And then Carlos does a closing. And you're all, wow, Carlos, that's awesome. Carlos did probably closing a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
And none of you have closed. Not one of you have closed. I won't embarrass you, but none of you have closed. 1 or 2 of you closed, but most of y'all closed. And Carlos gave a freaking unbelievable closing training.
Yeah.
Live. So it's not the training. Right? It's that you're in the wrong business. Primerica's not a sales business. That's a sales business.
Right.
They only make money if they sell.
Right.
That's why they're here bringing you cookies. Right?
Right.
Right? Primerica is a recruiting business. So look at Leo. Leo's going, hey, don't forget about me. 6 months it took him to find 40. And out of the 40, how many think are going to stick around?
10.
Probably 10.
Probably 10. Right? It takes you 6 months to get 10. And not, I mean, there might, out of the 40, there might be 20 of them that get licensed, but 10 are going to be fired up.
Let's go.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
These are not the licensed ones. These are the fired up ones.
Right.
Because out of 40, you can get 10 fired up ones. Do you think that you're going to care if you're licensed in 6 months? If you've got 10 fired up people?
Be on your RVP run.
You would probably be RVP in 12 months.
Yep.
This person will be RVP in 10 years. Or never. Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, I don't know what you wrote down as your goal, right? And so you're going to decide which philosophy you're in. Because if your philosophy is sell, I got to sell, well, I need to learn how to close, I'm trying to find a sell, I need to have a sale, then I want you to write never next to your goal. It's never going to happen. I don't care how many times you write it down. I don't care how many vision boards you have. I don't care what you do. It's never going to happen. Never going to happen unless, now, I'm not saying it's not going to happen, unless you become a really good salesman. Now, if you want to be a good salesman, let me tell you what you need to do. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Yes. Number one, you need to go to Tom Hopkins. You need to learn how to sell. You need to be a salesman. You need to learn how to close like a salesman. You need to understand the verbiage of a salesman. Number two, you got to understand the product. You got to understand and know our product better than anybody else. You got to understand what term now is. You got to understand what custom advantage is. You got to understand apps. You got to understand EMSI. You got to understand underwriting. You got to understand how it all works. I mean, like completely, 100%. And then you got to understand what are you selling against, right? What's the
competitors, competition?
Competition, yeah. And you got to understand everything that they sell, right?
Oh, thank you.
And then you also got to understand how the process, right? And maybe you got a 20% shot of those goals happening if you want to become a salesman. Now, how many of y'all want to do that?
Nope.
You sure?
Yep.
You sure? Then maybe we need to change our philosophy. See, because look at this. What if he recruits 40 people in 6 months, right? And now he's got 10 people that are fired up. And out of those 10 people, because the 10 people are going to do what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yeah. Right.
See, sure enough, let's just say these people stuck around. But they're going to follow what Stephanie did. So Stephanie hired 2 people, paused, got a license, and now started learning the business. So let's just say one of them gets a license too, and what are they going to do? Pause and start learning the business. How much production is coming out of here?
0.
Right? But you had a 6-month delay, and he's like, I don't know, man. You know, my wife is, needs to eat too, But now he's got 10 people, right? And you know what? These 10 people are going to do what you did. So what do you think they're going to go do? They're going to find 40 people each. Now, how many people is that?
400.
You're going to have 40. Would it be worth it for you to sit out 6 months without getting a license just to focus on 40 people to teach 10 people how to get 40? Yeah. And now you've got 400 people?
You're ridiculous.
Now you're going, well, can I make money off of that recruit? I mean, how do I make money, right? Because we're all worried about making money, yes or no? Right. But look at this. What if you never learn to sell? I have no clue how to sell, right? You got it, right? No, you have no clue. But I'm going to tell you that in order to be a Primerica, you pretty much probably should be a client, yes or no?
Right.
I mean, because how can you talk about, do you think that these guys use EMSI, or do you think they use the product that they sell?
Use the product they sell.
Right? And not only that, you heard the guy, I'm a Primerica client.
Yeah. Right.
Because not only does he use his product, right, he wants to back who he's providing it to.
Yeah.
Right? Right, so if you're in Primerica, what's the likelihood that this person needs to have life insurance with Primerica?
100%.
Yeah, how do I close Leo? Hey Leo, you wanna come to the office like around 6 o'clock and we'll just take care of your life insurance, okay? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Leo.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta take care of it. Oh, okay. Well, I don't have a lot of money right now, man. We just gotta get you started. Oh, okay. Right? And so you know what Leo's gonna tell these 400? Hey man, you gotta show up to the office around 6 o'clock, man. We gotta take care of your life insurance. It's part of, being a Primerica, you gotta pretty much, represent. Right? Represent! Right? Right?
Right.
You're a cowboy fan, you wear cowboy gear, right? You gotta represent, right? Oh, well, okay. Does he learn how to sell life insurance?
Yep.
Does he know anything about life insurance? No, he Betty, man, Betty, what do we do? Oh, just follow TurboAx. Okay, question number 1, click. Question number 2, click, click. Betty, what do I do now? Right? Submit. Oh, submit. Right? That's it. So what if in 6 months he does 400 closes? But he doesn't know how to sell. He has no clue. He just said, hey man, you need to come to the office about 6 o'clock so we can take care of your stuff. Okay. You know, you gotta represent. Okay. I don't have a lot of money. That's okay. We just gotta get you started. Right? These people, man, you know what they're going for? The big kill. I found a $150 close. I got a $300 close. And you're a $300 chargeback waiting for you.
Oof.
Right? And he said, man, I can only do $30, $20. That's okay. What if you did $30 closes on 400 people?
Yeah.
Is that a different philosophy?
Yes, it is.
Wait a minute, Leo, go. Leo, you know what? Okay, you're 6 months in. You're about to go to RVP. You need to go pass your test. Now, what if Leo fails his test 6 times? 6 times, 10 times. Right? What if Leo fails? He's got 400 people, and he fails his test 6 times, 10 times. You think he'll keep taking that test?
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
How many times have you had somebody fail the test after the first time go, I can't sell, I can't make any money, I'm going to go get a job. This is not for me.
Right.
I can't do this. Yes or no?
Right.
I believe that our philosophy gets stuck. We start off with the right intention, but the minute they get licensed, bam! And now you're focused on, I gotta close. I gotta close. I gotta close. You know why we don't have a packed house? Because we're focused on closing. We're focused on line. No, I'm not. Mary, I'm a recruiter. No, you're not. No, you're not. I promise you, you're not. You're trying to figure out how to close. You're so afraid to talk to somebody. Oh my God, I don't want to talk to somebody because how am I going to talk about life insurance? Oh my God, I don't know. Right? You're so afraid to even mention Primerica because people are going to think that you sell life insurance. How many times have you been called a life insurance agent?
A lot.
Hey, can you come and take care of my life insurance?
Sure.
I don't think anybody's there.
Oh, okay, no.
Right? So what if we change your philosophy?
Yes.
Can I change your philosophy? You sure?
Yes.
You see those 5-year goals? You can't hit those 5-year goals without people.
Right.
So we're going to change the philosophy. Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Yes.
Ready. You ready?
Yeah.
Ready. Guys, y'all don't understand. This is huge. This is huge. Y'all don't get it. This is huge. You think Carlos right now is worried about how to close?
Nope.
No.
No. What do you think right now, even in Cabo, he's probably prospecting and trying to recruit people?
Yeah.
Right? Yes or no?
Right.
Yep.
You know he is. You know he is. Where is Carl not trying to recruit somebody? Right? What did he say? When I was in the airplane, when I was in my Uber, when I was downtown, when I was at dinner, when I was here, when I was there, when I went to this thing, when I went to that thing. Did he say I was trying to close her for life insurance?
No.
What did he say? But then the system fails him. The system fails him. Because then what does Carlos do? Puts them in PFSU and then they get a license and now they think they need to sell life insurance. Because they're licensed. But they don't understand that they were licensed all along. The minute you turn in your IBA, you were licensed all along. To build a business. You are not life insurance salesman. That was a cute presentation. Somebody is here now. I think it's. I'm not sure who it is. Not sure who it is. You are licensed to build a business. Can we go build a business?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
You see that goal that you have there? If you change your philosophy, I can promise you 100% that goal will come true. 100% that goal will come true if you focus on the philosophy of recruiting. So you ready?
Yes.
You ready?
Yes.
Don't worry about having a license. And don't worry about getting anybody licensed. Eventually we'll get licensed. Carl's going to go, Mary, what the hell are you doing? Nobody's going to go to PFSU now. Would it matter if you had 400 people?
Nope.
right? Now here's the problem, all right? So here's Mary. Now let me ask you, this is me, all right, just in case y'all don't know this, all right? Who do you think that I'm more comfortable recruiting?
Women.
Oh, maybe women.
Women's.
Who?
Teachers.
Who?
Women's.
Women's? Oh, I was like, yes. What else?
Teachers.
Maybe teachers.
Moms.
Maybe moms.
Athletes.
Maybe athletes. Don't I look like one?
Millennials.
Why millennials?
Kids.
I'm not a millennial.
No, but your kids are.
Okay, maybe I have millennials. By association. Okay?
Married couples.
Oh, married couples. What else?
Latinas.
Ooh, Latinas. Right? This is my natural market. Yes or no?
Yes.
See, when I ask you what's your natural warm market, you go, well, I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody. But actually, my natural warm market is huge. Right? And see, the problem with people in Primerica is that once you join Primerica, then you think that all your time should be with Primericans. Oh, that's not right.
No.
Right? So I got to think about, okay, where can I be around a lot of women? Where can I be around teachers, moms, athletes, right? Millennials, married couples, and Latinas. Because my goal is then to have 400 people in 6 months. Well, I got to find 40. My job is to find 40. I got to find 40. How fast can I find 40? I need to find 40. I got to find 40. I have a deadline to find 40. Your time bomb is kicking. If you can't find 40, then your time bomb will end and you'll be out of Primerica and those goals and dreams will be sunk. Is that really true? No, of course not. You can be here forever. But why would you want to be a lifer in Primerica? At the district leader level. It's way too good. Way too good right now. Way too good. Don't you want it? Don't you want it bad? Yes. Find 40 in 6 months. Can you find 40? Yes. How fast can you find 40? How fast can you find 40 and teach them to find 40? Right? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Does that make any sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Right? I'm going to focus on my natural. See, Jerome. Well, Jerome. Who's your natural? Jerome going, right? Well, I don't know. Help me here a little bit. Because sometimes you guys go, I don't know anybody. I can't recruit. I'm dead. I don't know. I can't. No, wait a minute. You've got a huge market. You just don't know you have a huge market. You got to get out of your comfort zone. So if I don't never talk to anybody in 6 years, let's just say I'm been a hermit for 6 years, but I know what I am, right? If I needed to go meet new people, if I moved to another city and I don't know anybody, then I'm going to move myself into my natural warm market, which is women, teachers, athletes, right? So Jerome, what is some of yours? Y'all help me out with Jerome. I mean, he may not even know. He's stuck right now. You're going to have people that are stuck.
It was like the red trucks.
Right? So are you from Austin?
San Marcos, Austin.
Okay, so you're San Marconian. What is San Marconian?
San Marconian.
Sure.
San Marconian, whatever. What else? What else? Tell me about you, Jerome.
Co-workers. Co-workers, construction.
Oh, so you like people from construction?
Yes.
What else?
Other people with trucks. That's a nice truck.
Well, that could be truck owners, right? How many truck derbies are there and truck whatever? And
I do have four-wheel drive.
what else do you like? I mean, what else? What else is your interest? What else do you do?
I go four-wheeling. So.
I mean, how many thousands of people go four-wheeling? Do you know them? Do you know some of them?
I know a lot of them.
Oh, you know a lot of them? Oh, okay. Well, four-wheel. You know why you don't talk to them? Because you think you got to sell them life insurance. But you just got to talk to them about what you do.
Like distributors.
Oh, what is a distributor?
He's always buying tools.
Oh, a distributor?
So.
Yeah, Jerome. What's
dealers.
up with that?
What else? What else? Have you been at the same church for a long period of time?
You're next, Stephanie.
I don't know.
Hey, don't do this right here.
Where do you go? Where do you go to church?
St. John's.
How long have you been there?
All my life.
Like at least 30 years?
At least.
St. John?
You know, it's a family.
All right.
So everybody
So if you
knows
call
you
somebody that was from St. John's and they're like, oh, I think I know you because I've seen you all your life. Yes?
Yes.
You Just find other people's names. That's Gloria. Yeah, right? I think that a lot of times you all get stuck in this little box because now you get a life license and you think that you got to sell life insurance and you get afraid of the word recruiting because recruiting sounds, recruiting, how can I recruit? I'm 4 foot nothing, how do I recruit, right? Or you know, I'm a distributor, why would somebody follow me, right? Or I'm a this or I'm a that, why would somebody follow me? You understand people will follow you because they don't necessarily want to follow a leader, they just want to follow somebody that they're like. Somebody that's like them. So they can see themselves in you. Right? All the ladies that I've hired probably in the last 30 days, they're either women or they were athletes or they were moms, right? Or they were Latinas. Right? Why would I want to get out of my box? I might get out of my box. You know where I might get out of my box? Like you said, through association. Or what if I decide to try something new? What if I didn't tell you this? But what if I told you that I played the guitar? Really? Not really that good. But anyway. And what if I just decided to take guitar lessons? And what if I told you I wanted to take guitar lessons because I wanted to join the choir? That's not part of my thing, but what if I decide that that's what I want to get into for fun, right? Some of you guys think you have to be Primerican, you have to be the most boringest people ever. No. You actually got to be the funnest people ever because people got to go, ooh, I like that guy. I like that guy. Like these guys? How many of y'all, those guys came today and you go, I like those guys.
Yeah.
Cool. Right? They're apps guys. These guys did such a great job on y'all that they're apps guys. They're apps guys. They do blood and urines. They're not even investment guys, y'all. I like them.
That's right.
They need to buy you a pizza.
It was the cookies.
Right? You know why you like them? Why do you think you like them? Why'd you like them? Why'd you like them? Why'd you like them? You go, I like these guys. Why'd you like them?
Because they're Mexican.
They're Mexican. That fell into a lot of y'all's category.
They were passionate.
Huh?
They're passionate.
Oh, they were passionate just like you? Right? If they would have come in here and go, well, you know, we really can do a really good job for y'all's clients, you know, we have a lot of offices, you know, but, you know, I mean, I hope y'all like the cookies, you know. How many y'all going?
Next.
You guys didn't want them to leave. Abs. Right? Y'all get me?
Right.
Y'all some of y'all were thinking about, ooh, maybe I should get into the apps business.
Nope.
Right? You know what? Sometimes, have you ever seen some multi-level companies that sell the weirdest thing and how they recruit so many people?
Yeah.
Because it has nothing to do with what they're selling. It's that they find themselves that natural market. How many of y'all ever heard of, and maybe I shouldn't say this because we're getting videotaped. I won't say the
It's
name
okay.
of it.
Only our people got the
Just
link.
our people,
Yeah.
right? Well, they might get passed. I don't know. But anyway, have you ever heard of a coffee company?
Mm-hmm.
I want to mention the name OG, right?
Yeah. Original gangsters.
Right? Original gangster. Yeah. Right? They sell coffee. Right? Not my deal to sell coffee. Right? But many of them have found their comadres that love ¿qué?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Cafecito.
It's all those cafecitos, and they go to the churches, and where do they sell coffee? And it's comadres, and and right? And they find their niches. There's some people making a heck of a lot of money selling coffee that I could go buy for 25 cents at H-E-B. Y'all get me? It has nothing to do with the product. We're just fortunate it is Primerica. Right? Who are you? Gloria, you need to find 40 people. No excuses. And you know what? Gloria's like, well, Mary, you don't understand. I'm shy. No, you're not. You didn't want to move. You're not shy. You just haven't decided what this is. Who do you want to be around? Who do you want to be around? Well, I mean, if you had 40 chairs of your comadres here together, who would they be? And then how would you, what would you sell to them? How would you sell opportunity to them? I mean, it could be as easy as, hey, I want to come hang out with me on Friday night? There's going to be free cookies. That's it. You know my daughter, Kayla, right? My daughter, Kayla, she is the epitome of understanding this philosophy and has no clue, right? And you know what? She said it around a whole bunch of millennials. You know what millennials want? To make money.
Yep.
So they have enough money to party. That's it. They're not thinking about, ooh, I want to make money so that one day I can be able to buy a house. That's not what they're thinking. Especially not when they're in college. They're thinking about, I need to make money so I can move out my own apartment and party. Yes or no?
Yes.
It's Wednesday. Caleb goes, Mom, Dad, I'm not homework. Where are you going? Oh, we're going to go to Wild Bill's. Well, it's Wednesday. But what does she need to go to Wild Bill's? Money. Right? So she goes, Mom, okay, I think we have like 10 people we're going to hire. Right? 10 people we're going to hire. Right? We got to teach them how to make money. She goes, well, maybe we should get them licensed. You know what I'm going to tell her? We're not going to get anybody licensed. Right? We're going to have them find 40 people in their own hometown or where they're at, and then we'll let them get licensed. Isn't that crazy? That's a recruiting philosophy. Right? And I promise you, those people, those goals that you wrote down, if you stay focused on that, those goals, 100% sure they'll happen. 100. You go the sales right, maybe 20% will happen. And the reason I say that, because I have living proof of it. Living proof of it. Yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
Is that making any sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Mike and I were talking about this the other day. Remember, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wow, there's a disconnect. There's a disconnect. Right? Why do we have so many people that are licensed but nobody recruiting? Right? Every single one of you, other than maybe one or two of you, maybe with the exception of you and you, everybody else is licensed here, right? What are you licensed for? Right? You know how many questions this week we got about life insurance? Hey, what's the difference between this and this? And what's the difference between this and this? But I never got a question about, hey man, I got 40 people to train. What am I going to do with my 40 people? Hey, do you think there's enough chairs at Op Night? I got a van of 15. It's all that mentality. You know why we don't have people here tonight? Because y'all think that we're going to come learn about how to sell life insurance. And that is boring. Who the heck would want... Man, you missed out on the great apps, though. Yeah. The minute people heard apps, like, right? We're hearing the largest movement of people? Just movement of people. A movement of people that want to change the world.
Yep.
Would you come if you want to change the world? Would you come if you want to change the world? Would you bring other people if you want to change the world? If you knew that you couldn't change the world without people, would you bring them? It's kind of like church. And I'm not going to get, spiritual on y'all or whatever, right? But if you knew, let's just say you were my brother and you were my sister, right? And let's just say, let's just say you don't go to church, you don't go to heaven. Let's just say that, right? That's not necessarily true, but I'm going to say that, right? And I love you, man. You're my brothers and sisters, right? And it's a movement. I want you to go with me to heaven. I really want you to go with me to heaven. I really want you to, right? Right? So do you think I'm going to give up on him?
No.
No, man, bro, man, it's going to be great over there, man. Lots of margaritas. Come on, come on. Right? Come on, bro. Just go with me, man. Just come and go with me, man. Come on, please. Right? Man, what am I focused on? Making sure I get them to come with me.
Yeah.
Come with me, man. Come with me, man. This is too important, man. Come with me, man. Honestly, how desperate, and I don't like using that word desperate. Let's say sense of urgency. How urgent, and desperate is a bad word. Urgent are you to fill up this room on Tuesday night? How urgent? Urgent. Urgent. It just means everything. Urgent. How urgent? How urgent? How urgent? How urgent? How urgent? How urgent? Does that make sense?
Yes.
How urgent? All right. Yeah, is that good philosophy?
Yes.
Number one.
Yes.
We got 4 more to go. I won't take as long. That's the most important. Because if you figure this out, the rest is pretty easy. Y'all get me?
Yes.
If you figure out your goal, you have a time frame, and then you know your philosophy, really the rest of it's pretty easy. Number 2 is attitude. Number 2 is attitude. Right? There's nothing I can do for you there. There's nothing I can do for you there. That is a personal problem. Do you know that? It is my job. My job and Carlos's job and nobody's job in Primerica is to...
accessing this video overview of the Morningstar Client Account Manager. This video would demonstrate
okay.
how easily you
That
can manage
sounds boring. But anyway.
Right?
Morningstar.
My job is not to motivate you. You think it is. You think it is. And then when I don't motivate you, you go home and go, God, you know, Mary was dry. My job's not to motivate you. Right? My job is to help you with your movement. Whose job is to motivate you? You, because in the morning when the alarm goes off, I'm not going to be there. Hey, Leo, come on, get yourself up, rock and roll, ha ha ha, let's go, Leo, let's go.
They're recording.
Yeah. It's not right. I don't even do that with my own kids. About almost 2 years ago, they're on their own, right? Good luck. You know, it's funny, my dog, you gotta love my dog, Sonic, right? They're asleep in their little room, right? They have their own little room with their own little beds, right? I don't wake anybody up. I don't go, good morning, children. Rise and shine. No, not my husband, no, but everybody has their alarm and their own disco music or whatever music to get them up. I have mine. My husband hates mine, right? I think he's got Despacito or something. I don't know. What's yours? Enrique?
Mi vida.
Something, right?
Anthony.
Yeah, it doesn't work. He stays asleep. No, just kidding. Baby! No, I don't wake anybody up. If you smell the sizzle of the bacon, the first person awake every morning in my house is my dog. Right? Because the minute I put the bacon on, and he doesn't stop. He's going to keep going and going until I let him out of his room. And the minute he's out of the room, he charges to where the bacon is. And you know what? I'm not going to give him any.
Man.
Nope. I don't give him any, right? I don't give him any bacon.
Bacon's too valuable.
It's just, he has this attitude. Oh my God, bacon, 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 bacon. Maybe they'll drop it. Bacon, bacon.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
You guys, the alarm has to go off and off and off and off and off. And then when you get up, and all day, I'm tired. I'm just tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of not winning in Primerica. I'm tired of not selling life insurance. I'm tired. Oh, gotta go to the meeting. Have y'all ever heard people do that all the time?
Yeah.
Right? Catch yourselves. Right? One of my daughters, we call it, that's a part of her vocabulary. Right? I tell her something, right? What if you woke up as excited as Sonic is for bacon?
Oh.
See, you understand, your bacon sizzles all day long.
Right.
Can you imagine, if I had bacon on my grill all day long, guess where my dog would be? Right there, the whole time. All day long, you would be there. Bacon, bacon, bacon. Your bacon's on all day long. That's called Primerica. Your bacon is on all day long. It's sizzling. It's hot. Did y'all see that? Yeah, they just announced South what's it called? South Beach. It's sizzling. Woo! New contest. Woo! Bake shops over 145, 150,000. Woo! New $1 million earners. Woo! New $300,000. Woo! 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 And you guys, huh? Another person's winning at Primerica. Darn. The more they win, the worse I feel. I can't even figure out how to sell life insurance. My guy's not even getting licensed. Oh, gotta go all night. Oh, Carl's not even here. Mary's gonna be there. Great. Bring my earplugs. Right? Right?
Yeah.
That's y'all! Right? What have you got up this morning going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I'm nice tonight, oh my God, oh my God, I'm nice, I don't really care who's talking. I don't really, it's like Sonic, he doesn't care if I don't drop the bacon, he just wants the opportunity to have the bacon! Right, that's right. Oh my God, she might drop it! Right? It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter, it's Mike, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. All that matters is that I have a shot, I can make it. Maybe if I tell somebody about this business, they might come with me. What if I get 40? What if I bring 50? Oh my God, fill up the van. Oh yes, oh yes, 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 yes. Oh my God, it's time to go to bed.
All right, Mary.
Right? Right. And then the next morning, time to make the bacon. Right. Can you, that's attitude.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's attitude. It might sound funny, but we don't have any attitude because our philosophy is all messed up. We're the greatest company of the world that makes people gazillionaires.
Yeah.
Gazillionaires. Yes?
Yes.
Gazillionaires. You have a shot in 5 years, whatever that goal is you wrote down. It's not going to happen by, ain't going to happen that way. If I, some people go, if I just look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it, it's going to come true. It's going to look at it. No, it's not. I'm going to pray. Pray, Lord, come on. 100,000 for the bacon. Right? Tuesday night, guess what's Tuesday night? Tuesday night. Tuesday night. How fired up are you about Tuesday night? Y'all should be so daggone fired about Tuesday night. I'm so excited about Tuesday night. Tuesday night is it. It's the movement. It's coming. Oh my God. Are you ready? Some of y'all won't worry about Justice League coming out next week. Some of y'all will worry about George Strait coming next summer. Some of y'all are just worried about Christmas. Santa!
No alcohol, too.
No alcohol. Number 3. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Some of y'all going, man, is she ever going to shut up? She said 9 o'clock, right? No. Number 3 is activity. Well, Mary, I can't get it, Mary. I need to recruit. I have to have this great infectious attitude. I need to be infectious. You're right, I have to be infectious, and now I gotta go, whoa, I gotta go do something. Ooh. Do something. Right? Do something. You know what activity means? Let me just tell you one thing. Talk to people about where you are going. Talk to people about where you're going. Talk to people about where you're going. Well, wait a minute. What if I don't know where I'm going? You just wrote it down.
That's right.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going. I told you to write down. That's why we started there.
Right.
I told you to start there. Because I knew that you were going to have to tell somebody about it. How many of y'all have been to my house? How many of y'all have I told what I want to do with my house?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Right, Sandy, what do I want to do with my house in the next 5 years?
It's going to be a retreat center for married couples or any kind of
retreats.
Yeah.
Retreats. Did I tell you that?
Yeah.
Had I told you that? Right, John, I think I told you that.
Yep.
Every person that comes to my house, I tell the same dang story. That's my vision. Right, today we walked the property, right? Pastor T.D. Jakes said, man, if you don't have the money, do it anyway. Right? I don't have the money yet to build a barn. I don't have the money yet, right? But you know what I'm doing? I'm walking it already, man. We were already talking about, hey, we're going to lay this out. We're going to put a path here, put lights there. Man, we were already, we pulled up fences and what it's going to look like. Man, we already know. We're 5 years away. I'm 5 years away from having couples there on a monthly basis, ministering to them, making sure their marriages stay hot and sexy.
Not that hot and sexy.
Not in your house. What in your house?
They're hot.
Yeah?
You're hot.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Their marriages are exciting, right? You gotta talk to people about where you're going.
Right.
Talk to people about where you're going. Some of y'all going, I haven't done a KT yet. I don't care if it's a KT, a PP, a TT, a DD. I don't care what kind it is. An RR. It's a what's it called? RI. It's an RI. Have you done RIs? Have you done KTs? Have you done BB? I don't care. I don't care if it's like he said, off the I-10 off a semi. I don't care. How many people have you told about where you're going? And you know what? Tell them that you can take them with you. You want to come with me? All Kayla's doing, her friends say, you know what? I'm just following my mom. But she says we're going to be rich. So you want to do it? I want to do it. You want to do it? Yeah! Let's go. You come with me. Okay. Can I go with you? Can you take me? Can I go in your car? Right? Come in my car. We're going to my parents' office. What are we going to do? Just listen to them. I said, Kayla says, all 6 of them are going to do it. Do they know what they're doing? They have no clue, Mom. What'd you tell them? I told them I'm going to be rich. I told them I'm taking over my mom and dad's business. They think I'm going to pay them. Right? Talk to people about where you're going. How many people did you talk to, Jerome? Jerome goes, I don't know who will listen. Construction people will listen, distributors will listen, people from St. John's are going to listen, right? Latinos are going to listen, people from San Marcos are going to listen.
Right.
Yes, they will.
Right.
Yep.
But if you're trying to talk outside of your demographics, they might not listen. That doesn't mean that you don't go into that demographics, but you're going to have to find a connection.
Right.
Yes or no?
Right.
You've got to find the connection. Number 4. Is this okay? You guys are good?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Y'all fired up?
Yeah.
I don't care if it's for you. I don't care if it's for you. Hey, really honestly, my husband's happy that at least some of y'all here because this is the kind of conversations we have.
Awesome.
Right? Right, baby? Right, baby? Right. Right? You just see our families, when our family gets together. Man, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going, right? What trip are we going to? Oh, we're going to go ski, we're going to go to Disney, we're going to do that. Whoa, yeah, whoa, ah! You should talk like that. But Mary, that's not my nature. You don't have to jump and yell. But can people tell that you are a little excited?
Right.
Or do they go, I don't want to hang out with that person.
Right.
I don't really want to hang out with that person. They're boring. If you're boring, then maybe go find more boring people. Everybody do that.
Yep. There you
Because
go.
boring people make it here in Primerica.
Right.
You know, there's not one kind of person that's never not made it in Primerica.
Right.
And if you need to find a boring person, just pull out the $100,000 book. I'll find you a boring person.
Brandon Neal.
Right? Yeah, Brandon Neal's pretty damn boring.
Jeff Philstad was pretty
Right?
boring too.
They're pretty boring. They're not that excited. Right? T's, there's a whole bunch of them.
Right.
Right? A's, there's a whole bunch of them. Women, there's a whole bunch of them. Right? Old ladies, there's a whole bunch of them. Young ladies, there's a whole bunch of them. Young guys, there's a whole bunch of them. People that don't speak English. People that don't speak Spanish. People that don't speak anything. You know what I mean? Number 4. Results. If you do this, and if you do this, and if you do this, you get results.
Right.
You do. You just get them. You just do. But you have to do this in large amounts. If this is not a large amount, you won't get the results. If you do this only once a month, you're not going to get a result. You will get a result, just the wrong way.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So if you do large amounts, you're going to get large results. If you do little of this, you get little results. There's a direct correlation. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Some of you guys are proof. You've done little of this, you got nothing of that. Just, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. Right? So you can either keep doing it or change it. Keep doing it or change it. You got your goals? Do you want to keep doing it?
Yes.
Or do you want to change it?
Change it.
Because you got your goals.
Yes.
Right.
You can keep doing it, but you're not going to hit your goals.
Right.
Might as well just throw them in the trash when you walk out. Because it ain't going to happen. Right? Results. Some of you guys want results, but don't do this, this, or this. I want 100,000. Man, I haven't made 100,000. I haven't made 100,000. I mean, one of my recruits, I want to make $10,000 a month. Okay, great. You didn't show up to all meetings, you didn't hasn't been to one. Man, America doesn't work.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What? 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 It doesn't work that way. Right? This is not a get-rich-quick business. This is not a eat the cookie and get skinny. No. It doesn't work that way. Right? Do a lot of this, you get the result. This is a given if you do a lot of this. This is a given. This is a direct correlation. With this comes that. If this is a low, this will be low. This is high, this will be high. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
You got it?
Yes.
Yes. Simple. And then the last one. Lifestyle. I don't know. What kind of lifestyle do you want? So I'm going to explain two kinds of lifestyles. All right? And I'm going to tell you, it's really easy to get stuck in one of them. It's even actually really easy to go back to it. Y'all remember we talked about on Tuesday going back to that gravitational pull that wants to take us back?
Right. Yep.
So there's two kinds of lifestyle. Okay? Art Williams called it, right? Right? He called it average. There's nothing wrong with average. Please don't get me wrong. Please don't. I don't want to get an email or a text message or a group me about being average. There's nothing wrong with being average. You can be average. I'll ask you guys. What does an average person look like?
Average.
Well, what does that look like? Where do they work?
9 to 5 jobs.
9 to 5 jobs, maybe. Oh, I'm sorry. What?
Tucked in their shirt. No.
Tucked in shirts, right? I have a boss. Maybe a 401k.
Do the same thing. Go
Maybe a 2 weeks vacation.
Get off work, go home.
Same routine, church. I mean, work, home, church. You know, the whole routine.
No
Yeah. What else?
No self-improvement, no self-growth.
Maybe they don't need to.
Right.
You know, they're not bad people, and maybe they do read. Reading is important. Maybe they read the newspaper and, you know, Facebook.
They want to stay comfortable.
They're kind of in a comfortable state. They drive a very comfortable
They're just
car.
stuck in the game of life.
Right? What kind of comfortable car is that?
Honda Civic.
Oh, maybe a Honda Civic or a
Toyota.
Prius,
Camry.
right? Maybe a Toyota Corolla, right? Where do their kids go to school?
Public school.
Oh, definitely a public school. Yes. What else? Tell me about what average looks like. This is not bad. This is great, right? Because it could be way worse. You could be below average, right? But average, sometimes I think below average is almost better than average because below average, nobody wants to stay there.
Right.
And so below average people strive, right? But average people stay.
They have just enough money.
They have just
meet
enough money.
The daily.
Just enough. They have just enough. Right? Some of y'all right now are in that lifestyle. Right? It's like the dog on the nail. Why doesn't he move? He's comfortable. Some of y'all are going, no, that's not me. You probably have like something in the back of your bed that it's picándote at night, you know? Right? Or maybe it's your car that kind of has still that lump from your, rump, right? But you don't change it.
Yeah,
Right? You don't, right? Maybe some of y'all still don't, you don't like, certain things. But it's not uncomfortable enough to change it. That's one lifestyle. It's not a bad one. Don't get me wrong. Please I don't want to get an email. Don't call Carlos right now in Cabo. Mary was talking derogatory about average people. Average is good. Yes, it is. There's nothing wrong with average. But then there's another lifestyle. Art Williams said, call me everything but what? Average and ordinary. Call me everything but average and ordinary. Call me everything but average and ordinary. T.D. Jakes talked about that on Monday night, right? I'm not like everybody else. Right? What does that lifestyle look like? What does that lifestyle look like?
Doing more and just a little bit more. Like doing a little bit more every time. Maybe it's reading, maybe it's talking to another person, maybe it's growing, maybe it's expanding your mind. Just meeting the bar and a little bit more.
Maybe a little bit more. What does that lifestyle look like?
Blessing others.
Mm-hmm.
Blessing others.
Oh, what do you mean? How do you bless others?
By
What? You're saying that me, the average Mary, cannot bless somebody? I am offended.
Don't call Cardi.
No, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Because I'm average and I can bless somebody. I can say, God bless you, my brother.
Not like with their.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What does that lifestyle look like? Because you got to know what it looks like, right? Because if not, you're going to go, it's okay to be average and still bless somebody. What does it look like? What does it look like? What does it look like?
Be able to provide for your family. I mean,
Like, what do you mean?
Like, you know, somebody, your sister needs help. You know, you're able
What does
to
that
do
mean?
it.
What does it look like? Right? I was telling you about Theo Corny on Tuesday. Right?
The typical person.
Wouldn't that be awesome? Is that the next time he comes over, Theo Corny, come to my house. Tengo un regalito para ti.
There you go. Yeah.
Right? And we bought him a brand new truck. Mira para usted, right? He's gonna say, where'd y'all rob it? You know, where'd y'all steal it? Right? Maybe, what about that?
Yes.
Right? What else? What else is that like? Some of y'all, you're having a hard time with this lifestyle.
Have a nicer car.
What kind of car?
Jaguar.
My office manager,
A nice BMW.
She goes, how many cars does your husband have? I said, what do you mean? She goes, I see him in a different car every time. He's in this BMW, or he's in this BMW, or he was in a Mercedes, or he was in a truck, or he was in this, right? What kind of car do you want to drive?
Trips, you go different trips
Oh,
every
trips.
weekend.
Oh, like a different trip.
Every weekend.
Like every
Somewhere
weekend.
Somewhere different.
Right? A different trip. A different cruise. Right? Where are you going now? Where are you going now?
Cabo.
In the gym.
Cabo. Right?
In the gym, you know, working out.
Oh, you get to
getting
go work
improved.
out
Yeah.
every day. Now looking at your clock. Now, you know what? I love it. How about going to the gym at 5 a.m.? Why do you go at 5 a.m.?
You have to.
Nobody's there.
Why do you have to go at 5 a.m.?
Because I got a job.
Then you have nowhere to be. Then go to the gym at 9.
Right?
Everybody's gone by then.
That's true.
What else does your lifestyle look like?
You know, I drive through covered bridge every day to go to work.
Yeah.
And I see people out there, you know, 7 in the morning, they're walking the dog, and I'm like, you know, that's the lifestyle. They don't. They start when they want to.
Yeah.
Go golf.
Go golfing. Go golfing when they want. I think you're having a hard time with this lifestyle.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what this lifestyle is going to look like. Y'all okay with me?
Mm-hmm.
The lifestyle is when you wake up, you get to decide every day what you want to do. And you don't have to worry about it. There's money in your account. You can decide what you want to do, and you don't even have to go make money. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
I don't have to make money because money is making itself on its own for me. Right? You think Carlos right now is worried that there might be money in his account? No, I don't think he's worried. Right? Because the minute he runs out of it, there's more coming. Russ?
Yeah.
Like if you decided to just deplete it all in one day in Cabo, bam, guess what's coming tomorrow? More. But he's in Cabo. How the heck does that happen? If he's over there, he didn't close life insurance.
He built a massive team.
Because he built people. And now it comes all the time. Think about Mario Airline.
Pipeline.
Yeah, pipeline.
Now,
exactly.
the minute I say that, and I say, look what Mario Airline, so you're going, right? Because that minute you hear it, you don't think you can do it. The minute you hear it, you don't think you can do it. The minute you hear about that lifestyle, you're not sure that's for you. I read a book called, oh my gosh, what's it? T. Harv Eker?
Oh, Secret to the Millionaire
Secret
Mind.
to the Millionaire Mind. And growing up, and I don't know if you guys grew up this way, and I apologize for any of the non-Hispanics in the room, but I kind of grew up not really wanting to be in a white environment. Excuse me, but it's true. They intimidated me. It scared me. Right? It was right. The last thing I wanted to do was go to a country club. Right? Right? They were all skinny. Right?
Tall.
They were all tall, blonde,
blue
beautiful, right? That's, they're all mommies, right? Intimidated me. Right? And the book says that if that continues to intimidate you, if those things intimidate you, if those places like country clubs and trips and cruises and walking your dog at 9 a.m. and going to the gym, and some of those things intimidate you, maybe going to Lifetime or right, if all that stuff intimidates you, right? If people of certain classes intimidate you, then you're never going to have what they have.
Right.
Does that make sense? T. Harv Eker says that you need to see yourself in that position. You need to start imagining that. So what I want y'all to do for me, right, is I want y'all, I don't know, have y'all ever seen the dancing elves during Christmas time where you can put your face in it?
Oh, yeah,
right? Right? My daughter said,
yeah.
I don't know if y'all knew this, but today was National Sandwich Day.
Yeah.
Did y'all know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a sandwich today in honor of Sandwich Day. I love sandwiches. I'm the crazy one in my house that loves sandwiches, right? I could eat bread 24/7, right? It could be a peanut butter jelly, it could be tuna, it could be chicken salad, it can be ham and egg, and it doesn't matter. Anything between 2 pieces of bread. I took that over going to have margaritas today for lunch. I love sandwiches. I made my husband go with me to Thundercloud. Today's National Sandwich Day. And my daughter Kayla sent me one of those, kind of like the elf, but it was a Subway with her picture in it. Because my daughter Kayla is the second most crazy about sandwiches. Except she takes it a little bit step further and goes to Chick-fil-A. Right? And so she loves to have sandwiches too, so she put her picture there. Like she's a sandwich. And I'm a sandwich. Right? You should be a sandwich too. Well, you know what y'all need to do? Go find pictures of the car you want to drive and people driving in it, or get your little face and put it in the car. Right?
Go to
or
the
maybe,
dealership.
you know, have y'all ever seen those shirts, like the beach shirts where the sexy body, but it's a shirt?
Yeah.
And you put it over your big fat one, right? You know? Right? I love that shirt, man, because I look at myself and I'm going, some of you guys, it was, right, the muscular, but right? You need to put your face in that car. You need to put your face on that trip. You need to put your face in that house. You need to put your face with a charity. You need to put your face leading people. Maybe you need to take Mario Arizon's 1,000 people Fast Start School picture and put you on stage. Does that make sense?
Yes.
The reason you have such a hard time with the lifestyle, because that's really the hardest part you had, is because you have never imagined what that would look like. You have no idea what it looks like. You know the crazy thing about it? My daughter Kayla knows exactly where every piece of Disney ride, trash can, every hidden Mickey, every lamppost, every part of that park she has it memorized. Like she knows exactly, like if she did not have the Find Me app, and I just said, Kayla, I am in Tomorrowland next to the trash can by Star Tours, next to the blue bench, she'd know exactly where it was. Exactly. She has done her best to learn it by visiting there 1,000 times. But when she's not visiting there, guess what she's doing? She's visiting.
Right.
She's visiting there. She is on the Disney app daily. She sees the rides daily. She already knows the rides for next year coming up daily. She knows everything about the park daily. She studies it daily, right? Because to her, there's no other happiest place on earth. To her, that would be one of her dreams. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So what about you? What do you envision? Where do you put yourself? Those are the 5 major pieces to a life's puzzle. You guys are trying to build your puzzle. And some of y'all, man, whoo, you're stuck on maybe here. Maybe some of you guys got a pretty good philosophy. Maybe you'll adopt mine, but you're stuck here. Maybe some of y'all are stuck here. These 2 take care of itself. That's what I loved about it. You don't have to take care of all of them. Really, honestly, these are the only 3 you gotta take care of. This will take care of itself. Isn't that great? Isn't that awesome? These 2, it's kind of like losing weight. You take care of this, this, and this, and that takes care of itself. Right? I want you to focus on changing your philosophy. I want you to change your attitude about this office. I want you to change your activity about what to do. Don't worry about a KT. Don't worry about an RI. I want to say, hey, Leo, how many people did you talk to about Primerica? Man, I talked to my brother, I talked to my friend, I talked to my dad, I talked to my dad. Man, what's your goal, man? I gotta get 40 in 6 months. I gotta get 40. I gotta get 40. I gotta get 40. What if we just said no more PFSU until you get 40? Oh my God. Call Glenn Williams. I've seen it both ways. See, I got about 30 licensed people. They're not here. But if they had 40 people, guess where they'd be?
Right here.
With their 40 people. Yes, we will. You know why we lose people? Because they don't make money. Why? Because they're selling life insurance.
Yep.
Any questions on what I said? Did I just blow you guys out of the water and you're like scared to death now? Like you all can't wait till Carlos comes home?
No, I love
Can we go back to the regular training?
Nope.
You know, like can we go back to learning how to dissect a life insurance policy? Like can we learn how to close? You know, can we like kind of like learn how to do that? And all that stuff is important. Don't get me wrong. That stuff is important. It's necessary when you got 40 people.
Yeah.
But not until then.
Right.
Not until then. Any questions?
I love it because I listened to Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill,
Napoleon Hill.
which had, you know, drifters versus non-drifters, and that does, it hits on that a lot, and that was really good. And then I read John Addison's book, Real Leadership. I read that today or yesterday. Yeah, and it's just, it's fun seeing how Primerica has gone. With our Williams, 200,000 agents, then Citigroup took it over, turned it into a business, a life insurance agent, killed us.
Yes.
And now we're getting back to our own philosophy and getting back to the recruiting, and we're growing and growing and growing. And
John,
it's just,
you hit the nail right on the head. Because I have to tell you, is when Art Williams was here, and even right after he left, we were all recruiters.
Yeah.
And we all sold out to that. That's all we focused on. I have to tell
providing an opportunity to people.
Absolutely. When Carlos and I once we went to a convention, we were horrible because really honestly, I think for the first 3 years we were trying to figure out how to sell life insurance. And then we saw people winning and we're like, I don't think it's in the life insurance. And we came home and we made one decision that we weren't going to look at anything else, and all we were going to focus on is double-digit recruiting. That's all we focused on. We didn't measure anything else. We didn't look at anything else. I remember on one Christmas we had 9 and we couldn't figure it out. We had to get 10. It was like it was December 31st at like 11:30 at night. And we're like, how the heck we're going to get one more? We have to get one more because we couldn't miss one. You know, somebody said, they said if you did it 18 months in a row, you make $100,000, right? We were probably on number 14. We didn't want to start all over again, right? And it was like 11:30 at night. We're like, how are we going to get one more? Mom! I think my mom turned around me like 5 times. Never got a license. You know what I'm saying? Because we had to get 10. And I'm not condoning that. I'm not saying you got to go find 10 people just to get the 10. But what I'm saying is that whenever you focus on recruiting, you focus on recruiting.